It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. This is called the Muppet Christmas Show. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's me, the media guy. And the holiday movie watch of 2025 is still happening because I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas movie. Yes, I know that this is quite an unusual setup here for when I want to make like movie reviews and whatnot. But hey, we all gotta make videos at some point in random locations. But aside from that, if you guys have ever seen this movie before in your spare time every year, you pretty much know what to expect from It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas movie. But just in case you want to know what this is about, join Kermit the Frog, Fozzie Bear, Gonzo, Miss Piggy, and the entire Muppet gang, and It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas movie. 'Tis the night before Christmas, and the Muppet Theater is in danger of being torn down. When bad things goes to worse, Kermit begins to believe that the world will be a better place if he has never been born. Oh boy, that could lead to trouble. When Henley help and hilarious send-ups of just about every holiday movie ever made, Kermit and the Muppets discover what matters most is their love for each other. Featuring celebrity cast including David Arquette, if I'm saying that right, Joe Cusack, and Whoopi Goldberg, plus show-stopping musical numbers like Moulin Rouge, which is obviously meant to be a spoof on Moulin Rouge but in holiday form. This heartwarming holiday classic will bring joy to the world every Christmas season. Not gonna lie, I find this to be a very nice and very funny Muppet movie. And yeah, I know some of you guys might point out that it's probably not the best Muppet movie of all time, let alone the best Christmas movie of all time. Some of you might have mixed opinions on this movie, which I guess I can kind of respect that, because sometimes you can't expect every movie to be a masterpiece of art. But if I'm gonna be honest, this one is kind of a guilty pleasure in my opinion. It is a decent movie with a beginning, middle, and end. The Muppets are still recognizable now as they were 8 years ago. I do like how the Muppets are trying their best to save the theater from going under. And somehow we keep getting random spoofs of not just Christmas, but other movies as well. I mean, if you saw this movie countless times on DVD, TV, or on VHS, we do get some hilarious spoofs. Like when Fuzzy was trying to give the money to Mrs. Bitterman, he accidentally goes into this green spray paint shop and bumps into Santa, and a bunch of Who's somehow confuse him for the Grinch who stole Christmas. I mean, to be fair, that is a holiday classic, but still, kind of a hilarious spoof when you think about it. I mean, Fuzzy was spray painted green, and the tip of his hair was in the style of the Grinch, so I guess I can understand the confusion. And just before that, Fuzzy was somehow being chased and harassed by a Steve Irwin impersonator. I mean, that was just completely random, because I highly doubt Steve Irwin has anything to do with Christmas. And even though I'm not much of an expert on him, but I'm not sure if there was like a Christmas special starring Steve Irwin. So that was kind of a random parody. I mean, the Muppets do often get into all sorts of wacky shenanigans all the time in all the movies and TV shows and whatnot. So I guess I'm guessing this one's not far-fetched. Oh boy. And speaking of which, we even get to meet the villain of this movie, Mrs. Bitterman, played by Joan Cusack. She's kind of like the modern-day Scrooge McDuck. All she ever wanted to was to tear down the theater and put up a nightclub. All because she rigged the contract. Because instead of the Muppets giving them money at midnight, it'll be at 6 o'clock after the show. Boy, she is one sneaky little businesswoman. And talk about being evil too. Whew. I mean, who would have thought she would rig the contract? I mean, this really puts a damper on the Muppets holiday spirit, if you know what I mean. I mean, don't you just hate it when that happens? Yes, this movie can also be very dramatic at times. Like, Kermit was feeling so down that he thinks that he was ruining everyone's life. And he wished he was never been born. Yes, we start to go into It's a Wonderful Life territory. Which I'm not sure if that technically... maybe that technically counts as a holiday special, but who knows? And man, I honestly feel bad for Kermit when he had to wish he was never been born. Because thanks to that so-called wish of his, he starts to encounter a reality where when he was never born, the park has become a mall, thanks to Miss Bitterman tearing it down. And all the Muppets have changed. Butts and Beaker somehow work at a nightclub in the alternate reality. Rizzo the Rat is on Fear Factor. Miss Piggy is somehow some kind of Jamaican scammer or something. Fuzzy is a pickpocket crook. Oh boy, and Gonzo is now performing on the streets at a mall. And somehow Peppy is somehow a con artist in this alternate reality. Although, to be fair, it was a deleted scene that didn't make it into the final cut of the movie. And somehow the Electric Mayhem is somehow an Irish dancing group. Oh man, talk about messed up world when you think about it. I mean, when Kermit and his new friend Daniel enter the nightclub called Dot, man, it looks like something out of the 1980s. Even, and somehow, some of the Muppets like Robin, Sam Eagle, and Scooter seem to work there. I mean, we all gotta make a living at some point, right? But still, even in the alternate reality, things are looking bad for the Muppets, if you know what I mean. Always be careful with what you wish for, you know, because you never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, I guess it proves that this movie can get a little bit dramatic at times. I honestly feel pretty bad for poor Kermit. I mean, yeah, he had a bit of a rough night this holiday season. I mean, it happens to a lot of us. It happens to all of us all the time. But still, he just had to wish that he was never been born. It's a good thing Kermit has just realized that this is not the reality he wants. He didn't want the Muppets to go downhill. It's a good thing Kermit had a change of heart and realized that he's thankful that he and the Muppets did their best to put on a great show. Because, well, Piggy, Fuzzy, Animal, and the rest of the Muppets are like family to Kermit, including his nephew Robin. And he could just see them in this alternate reality where they're becoming miserable and being different. I mean, to be fair, Gonzo was already a bit unusual to begin with, so it's not completely far-fetched, but that's besides the point. Oh, man. So anyways, I do like some of the songs in this movie, though. Especially the Moulin Scrooge segment. I mean, even though I didn't watch the original Moulin Rouge movie, I can already tell that Moulin Scrooge is like a holiday spoof on Moulin Rouge, which is actually kind of funny when you think about it. This makes me wonder if the makers of this movie saw the actual Moulin Rouge movie at some point. Although I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I do like some of the celebrity guest appearances, like Joan Cusack and Whoopi Goldberg, for example. And we even get a special appearance by Matthew Lillard, who plays this sort of French director. Which is actually kind of funny because I already know Matthew Lillard is an actor who was in the first Scream movie, but you might know him better as the current voice of Shaggy Rogers from Scooby-Doo, as well as playing the character in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. So, this might be far-fetched, but I'm guessing this is technically the only Scooby-Doo Muppets crossover we would somewhat get at this point. I mean, again, okay, to be fair, I know that's completely far-fetched and seems way too ridiculous, but let that sink in. Matthew Lillard, the current voice of Shaggy, appearing in a Muppet movie? If that's not like the crossover of Scooby-Doo and the Muppets, then I don't know what is. And I know that's still a little bit far-fetched, but you never know. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in. But moving on from that. Even though it's a very Merry Muppet Christmas movie, might not be a perfect Muppet / Christmas movie to everyone, I can still have a bit of a nice time. And besides, it is the holiday season after all. And we can always enjoy a great holiday movie, no matter what the result is. So anyways, I'll give this movie 5 Santa Claus out of 5, since that's how wonderful this movie is. And again, I know you guys might not like this movie that much, which I can honestly respect your opinion, because it may not be a perfect movie, but I can still forgive this movie with some of its flaws, since it is the holiday season after all. And who knows, maybe if I pick up a VHS copy of this movie, I might do a second look review of it at some point, even though you guys might have to wait a very long time. So do you guys have any fond memories of this little Muppet Christmas movie? Just let me know down in the comments below. And stay tuned for more holiday movies just like this one.